hope you're having a great day today. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is going wonderfully because you're here. You know why you're here? Because this is the new year, new you time. And I don't like to say that. It's like a gimmicky saying that it's the new year, we're going to make all these things. No, you're going to make some changes. You're going to want to do better. I read the comments in one of the videos and somebody said, I'm ready for a new year, a different change. That's a good thing. The only way you're going to get results in life is if you make the change. I know I can sit here and talk about this. You can watch workout videos all day long. You can watch healthy eating videos all day long. You can be encouraged by someone doing this and doing that. But the only way it's ever going to change in your own life is if you make the change. And I know that's hard. It's hard to kind of get up and do it. And I get that. So I am here. I'm here to be with you. So I'm going to be here every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday is dedicated to this series for 52 weeks. We'll go a little bit past the end of the year because I'm starting here a little bit later, but that's okay. But I've been working hard to plan out for 52 weeks some small changes that you can make in your life to better it. And I think of like a ship's rudder, like you got a big giant cruise ship. These big giant cruise ships are big giant, huge ships that travel in the ocean. You don't have to make a drastic change to change the course of the ship. You just have to change it just a little tiny bit. If instead of going straight, if you just turn it just a little bit, it would change the course of that ship down the road. That's the kind of changes we want to make in our life. We don't want those instant, abrupt ones. Those ones don't usually stick. That's why when you make your New Year's resolutions and I'm going to exercise every day and do all that, well, sometimes they don't stick because you give up real quick and then you're just like, failure, I don't want to do it. So this is all about implementing different changes. So you might want to do all of them. You might not, and that is completely fine. I'm going to give you 3 different areas in your life that you can improve. And one is going to be your home. Practical things we can do in our home to make it a better livable space. And 2 is going to be for healthy routines for us to set up to help make your days go smoother. And the 3rd one is going to be emotional wellness. And it might be something just to help you mentally work on things that you can work on so that you can emotionally be there and not have all the worries and all the things that are going on in your life. And I'm going to be here to encourage you through those because I know I want a better year. I know a lot of you had said you want a better year. So I thought, let's do this. Let's do this thing to have a better year by making these small changes to implement so we can move forward. Sometimes the new year is a time to like have a refresh and a restart into like the year of like having a new perspective on things and aligning yourself with God's purpose for your life. And as a Christian woman, we're called to steward our homes, our lives, our bodies in a way that glorifies God. So when we have chaos and emotional ups and downs, and these are all going to happen. It doesn't mean we're going to be perfect. It's not a positive way to glorify God. So we want to glorify God in those ways so that it just resonates from us because we have that peace, not because we have perfection. By no means we have perfection. We're going to fail. We're going to mess up. We're going to have chaos. We're going to have all those things. But inside we're going to have that peace, and it's going to overflow from you to everybody around you. So this new season is not about perfection, it's about progress. So each of these steps, no matter how big or how small, it's a step towards creating a life that's filled with purpose and with joy. And I understand change can become overwhelming. I have many kids that don't deal well with change. So it's not so much about change. It's going to be about transformation, making a small change so that over time, you can see the positive results. It's not going to be abrupt. You're not going to have abrupt things where it's going to overwhelm you. It's going to be small changes so that you can see the good, positive steps that you're taking. So you're ready to embark on this new change, new things, new you? I'm ready. All right. So for this month, for our home, our focus is going to be kitchen. Now you're going to get to focus on this for an entire week. So where do you find that time, Amy? How am I going to do this an entire week? Well, this is where I'm going to help you out here. All these things we do, you have a little bit of time every day. That's what you're going to do. You're going to set yourself up. Give yourself a half hour every day. If half hour is too much, give yourself 15 minutes. It's all about just being intentional and doing that. When my kids were little, I was looking back through some of my books and I remember at one point I was able to take an hour worth of nap time. And so I slept for an hour because I needed that sleep. And then I got up and then an hour I worked on the things I wanted to work on to make my life better in my home. And then there was times in my life that I didn't have any time. So I said, okay, 15 minutes. So and you could squeak in 15 minutes here or there. And so I just intentionally knew for 15 minutes I had a chance to get this task done. And that helped in that season of my life. So whatever your season is in your life, you are just going to set aside that time every day. So you have to make you have to set a time up today. You have to think, all right, what time every day can I dedicate however much time you have? Let's say you have a half hour. Let's go, okay, if I just, after lunch right away, after I clean up my mess from 12:30 to 1 while the kids are playing, or whatever. It depends on your season in life, or maybe you're older and you're getting tired by the time. So okay, you're gonna say 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever time. For that half hour, I'm gonna dedicate to doing this task in the kitchen so that I can complete it by the next week's challenge. That's what I want you to do. So you're gonna think about that. So right now you're gonna go, okay, what time can I do that? And then every day, at that exact time every day, work and work until that job is done. And when you're done, after this week, you're gonna have this whole task completed. You're gonna go, wow, I got that done. And that's gonna feel really good to see that progress. So our first thing that we're gonna do this week, week 1, you know what your job is this week, that's it. Besides all the life and everything else, don't focus on big things right now. One thing I learned that when I was going through steps like this in my home, that I would start doing something here and I'd start seeing, oh, but I need to do a huge declutter over there. I need to do a huge declutter over there. Just know that eventually through this year, you're gonna get to that. You're gonna get to that. And if you start sidetracking and go through all it, you're gonna get overwhelmed. It's gonna be overwhelmed, you're gonna be done. And then it's like, or you're gonna work like crazy and then you're gonna crash. So we don't want that, do that. We want consistent. This year, you've been trying this for your whole life. You've been doing this for years. You've been doing the hurry up, get all this done, then just crash for days on it because you're exhausted. And you've done this where you tried to do this method, you tried to do that, and it just crashed and it didn't work out. This one is gonna be the one that's gonna stick with you because it's slow and steady. There's nothing wrong with boom, 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 but you're always gonna crash. So there's something said about slow and steady, getting it done, maybe seeing a mess, maybe seeing this that needs to be done, but that will get done eventually. If I just stick on this course, I'm gonna turn out okay. I'm gonna turn out okay and I'm gonna have it all done, right? So let's try something different this year. Just think, everything else you've done has failed. That's why you're here. That's why you wanna do this. It has not worked. So let's try this method a little bit different. Does that sound good? Okay, that sounds good. So today is gonna be decluttering and organizing your kitchen drawers, all your drawers in your kitchen. Now cleaning your kitchen drawers may not seem like a spiritual thing, like does God even care about my kitchen drawers? But he cares about you. And yeah, he cares about your drawers, he cares about what you have. But before you start, say a short prayer. Hey, God, guide me. Thank you for the drawers to clean in my home. Thank you for the stuff in my drawers to be able to clean. Give me discernment and wisdom to keep what I need to keep and to get rid of what I need to get rid of, Lord. Thank you for this opportunity. Help this next half hour go smoothly. Help me get through as many as I need to get done today. Thank you, Jesus, amen. Ooh, simple prayer right there. God is gonna help you with that. Now I'm gonna go through and do things in my kitchen. My kitchen is different than your kitchen. I don't know what your drawers entail. I don't know what you have in your house. So you're gonna have to do based on what you have. So I have drawers in my house. We have some, we don't have a ton. And I have already gone through this, you've seen this, but I'm gonna still go through it again just to show you how I do this. So when you have your drawers, don't grab your junk drawer as your first drawer. No, it's gonna get overwhelming. Today, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, this is how you can do this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 7 drawers in my kitchen. Okay, so realistically, if I just did 1 drawer every day in a week, I would have my kitchen done. I'd have to work today all the way up until next Tuesday, but I could have a drawer done every day. So do that today. Add up all your drawers. You probably have way more drawers, and that's okay. You might have way less, and you're done before me. Yay, that's good. But if you've got 14 drawers, okay, then do 2 every day. If you want to do it just Monday through Friday, skip your weekends, then divide it out that way. So that's how you're going to base on how much you get done. That's another way to do it. Or set a timer, half hour, get it done. Just depends on how much stuff you have and what you have. You're also going to have a box or a bag, probably a box for kitchen stuff. What you're going to have is you're obviously going to have 3 piles when you're doing your organization here. You're going to have a keep pile, a donate pile, and a toss pile. So toss is going to be something that you know, rusty, ruined, dull things, or just trash things that you can toss right away. Your donate pile, since we're going to be doing this series for quite some time, for this whole next month we're going to be doing kitchen. So what I would recommend is you probably have a garage, you probably have an attic, maybe you have a closet, maybe you have a basement. Take a box, okay? Put the stuff that you don't think you need in that box. Put it in there, and then take that box, put it in your garage, put it in your attic, put it in your closet, put it somewhere, put it in your bedroom under a sheet, somewhere out of sight, out of mind, so you don't see it. And then what you can do, you can either do it after this month or leave it there for 6 months. And then you can decide, okay, I haven't even looked at that, haven't even wanted it. It's time to donate that. That's a good way to decide, do I need this or do I not? Okay, so we're gonna start small. I'm gonna take a drawer. I'm gonna do this drawer because it's a little bit smaller for me. Now, you've already seen me organize, so my drawers are pretty clean, but I'm gonna take everything out of my drawer, so take everything out. Now, this is an easy drawer for me because it's everything that we use all the time. So take everything out of your drawer and then clean your drawer. Clean your drawer. Take yourself a cloth or a vacuum and wipe out the inside of your drawer. You're gonna have crumbs in there. I have crumbs in here. I just cleaned this, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago, and there's crumbs in it. So I know there's crumbs in your drawer. So wipe it out, get it clean. It's good. I even have drawer liners that I didn't put in this week, but I want to do that. If you want to make your drawers, if you're just, wood is kind of bubbly and yucky, mine is, put the drawer liners in it. It's basically peel and stick paper. Put it in there, it'll make it a whole lot better. So, and then when you're going through your stuff, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna think, do we use this regularly? Like, do we use this all the time in our life? Yes, my kids do use these. If they don't, I could probably put it in the back. Like, we don't use these every day. We don't use chopsticks every day. So chopsticks can go in the back. It's not an area and thing that we need out front because we don't use them all the time. And then also, is it in good condition? Is there any here that have been ruined? Because sometimes they get chopped off in the dishwasher or they get stuck in the sink and they get broken. So is there any broken ones here? Okay, is there any broken things that I have here? If there's not, that's a good thing. I know my can opener here, it was very rusty on the gears, and so I was like, oh, I need a new one. No, I didn't need a new one. I put vinegar on there, let it soak. That thing turned into brand new. So if you got a rusty can opener because people put it in the dishwasher or the sink, my family, soak it in a cup of vinegar and then take a little brush and brush it. It'll get all clean. So that's just one thing. Look at it and go, okay, what is good, what is not? How many knives do I need? How many butter knives do I need? We need all this silverware because we go through it. So you're gonna have to decide what works best in your home. And also, does it belong in this drawer? This is going to be the part where you might have piles around your house. Let's say, I don't know, somebody puts a bike pump in your drawer and you're like, that doesn't belong in my kitchen. That goes out in the garage. Okay, but I haven't gotten to my garage. Where am I going to put it? This is where you might have piles around your house for some time, and that is okay. You can even get a different box if you want. Another box to put, like, or a basket that just says, this goes somewhere else. You can do that in your home too. Or like I would just take and set it in the garage on the shelf because I know eventually I'll clean the garage. It wouldn't be today, probably won't be tomorrow, but eventually it'll get in there. So that's what you're gonna do when you're going through each of your drawers. And you don't have to have fancy drawer separators. I know there are so many out there, and there's a lot of great things. If you can afford to get those, that's a great thing. For me, we used different dividers that we had in our old house. It just did not work here because I don't have a lot of drawer space, so I took it out and felt I had more room. But these little bamboo holders, I felt held my spoons and one of my other drawers really well together. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for my third one that has a bunch of utensils, but everything's a work in progress. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy the fancy schmancy stuff. Just kind of work with what you have and then decide, okay, this would be nice if I had it divided or if I had some way to hold it. That's a good thing. Now in your home, you might not put your can opener in that drawer with your silverware. It just depends on the amount of space you have. Don't judge your drawers based on everybody else's. You have to work what's good for you. We've lived in this house for about 1.5 years now. Almost will be going on 2 years, and I am still moving things around, trying to figure out what works best for me. So you're gonna have to just kind of move things around. How you work with it, what works good for you. If it's a mess all the time, then know that you have to do it a little bit different. But your key for right now is just basically going through and decluttering it and cleaning it out. That's going to be your way. You're not going to worry so much about function right now because we're going to get to that eventually this year. So just worry about decluttering and cleaning it. And you don't have to worry so much about functionality right now. But if you're thinking about doing things, you can kind of group similar things together, like your utensils, your measuring tools, or cooking gadgets. Use dividers sometimes if you can get them, or small bins to keep everything neat and easy to access. This drawer that I'm doing right now doesn't have either of those because I have a lot of weird odd shaped things, so I'm not really sure how I want to keep this drawer. And if you have a junk drawer, I know that's going to take a little bit more time. When you do the junk drawer, just know that it's going to be, if you don't approach it with like the ruthless and eliminating items that don't belong, you're going to have like so much junk in it. So try to think, okay, organize essentials, like you need batteries together, pens and notepads together. But if it's like tiny little bread ties and tiny little things, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. You're not going to need them. So think being intentional with the junk drawer, because the junk drawer can be overwhelming. And I try to eliminate a junk drawer. I don't really even like having a junk drawer in my kitchen, but I do have this little bin here in this drawer because I do need to have a few things easy access to. So I have a little tiny container. When it gets too full, I know it's time to go back through this drawer. And if you can find where something goes, if it does not belong, put it away right away in my kitchen. Like I looked over here and put this in my bin full of tools, and then I realized, oh, there's some over here that go in my drawer. So I have found in a smaller kitchen, like I do have a large kitchen, but I don't have a lot of space for all my utensils as much. Because we have a larger family, we have more things. And so I found like having a little crock on my countertop is helpful to keep and store all the spoons that I would use near the stove. So that is what you're gonna focus on this week. Decluttering and cleaning your drawers out. Every single drawer you have in your kitchen, just get that done. And at the end of the week, you're gonna go, wow, I've got all my drawers clean. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it'll be a whole lot easier keeping it clean. Like next week, we'll start on something else, but you might come back as you're putting dishes away and go, oh, that got messy. Let me straighten it a little bit. So it's just about the decluttering and cleaning out. That's what we're gonna focus on right now. We're gonna worry about routines and setting up little areas and stuff in your kitchen later on. That's another part. This is just getting the home base of your home a little bit in order. So now you got your boxes, right? You got your box of donate. Take that box right now, When you're done, go put it away. Put it away, out of sight, out of mind. Maybe you'll find somebody that says, oh, I really need a can opener. And you'll be like, I got a bunch of can openers. Or maybe someone needs some silverware and you'll be able to give it to them. If not, take and donate, find a place that you can give it to. There's plenty different needs out there that you can take those kind of things to that can use them. And then also your trash one, take it and throw it away. If it's broken and bad, throw it away. If you have to replace something, make yourself a little note. Let's say your can opener is pretty ruined. It's pretty rusty. It won't get clean. Okay, make a note. Purchase can opener. Put it on your list to get done. So part of your home is done. So after this week, enjoy a clutter-free drawers in your kitchen. Okay, the second step that you're gonna start changing for this new year, new you, is you're going to start working on your emotional wellness, right? These are all gonna be small steps you can take to feel better inside, to have a better positive outlook on things in your days. And some of these changes might seem so small and insignificant, but once you start doing them, remember, the person that only gets results is somebody that actually does it. So you've tried all these ways, they haven't worked. Try something new this year. So this month, we're gonna work on gratitude and reflection. That's a beautiful thing, to be thankful for things. Sometimes when you're feeling miserable, or it's very easy to look at the world and see how awful it is. Oh, all day long, right? So having a heart of gratitude, reflecting on things in your life, is a great approach to getting you to view things differently, changing your mindset on things, and help you have a more positive day. And starting a gratitude journal is just a simple yet powerful way to cultivate thankfulness in your daily life. Sometimes it's very easy to forget things. I remember one of our pastors, he would start with he'd say 5 things that you're thankful for today. And it's easy to do. You can start your day off and say 5 things you're thankful to, but having physically writing it down, sometimes it's good to go back and see, like, oh wow, yeah, I remember this. I remember when God did that. Don't keep the journal for complaining. Don't keep the journal for all your ranting. Keep it just as a gratitude journal. So to have a gratitude journal, you need something to write in, correct? Sometimes you can use your phone. You can have a digital one if you prefer doing that. You can go out and get yourself a fancy little journal. This was given as a gift to me. You can use a simple notebook. If you don't have the extra funds to do it, use a simple wire notebook. Those little notebooks that kids use for school, the little ruled paper things are like 25 cents when school, maybe $1. Get something like that. Go to the dollar store. They've got small, I know Five Below's got smaller little books that are about this size, and just designate it as your gratitude journal. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be very, very simple. If you've got favorite Bible verses, if you like to write and create and make fancy things, go ahead. I am not. I'm very plain, very simple. So for me, I could just have a blank piece of paper and just write down my date and write down the things I'm thankful for. So then the same thing with all of these changes, you got to find a time to do it. So you've already got your half hour every day that you're working on your kitchen, right? Yes, that's going to take up time. So all these things are going to take up time, but I know you can squeeze time in your day. I know you can, because this world right here takes up a whole lot of time in our days. So all you need is 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes is very minimal. You could use that 5 to 10 minutes when you first get out of bed instead of scrolling on your phone. You can use it before you go to bed at night, when you're drinking your cup of coffee, whatever. Find that little 5 to 10 minutes in your day, and that's when you're going to do it. And sometimes it helps. It depends on if you're a morning person or a nighttime person. If you are a nighttime person and not a morning person, the morning is probably not the time to be reflective and be grateful for things in your life. So choose the nighttime one. Sometimes having it in a nightstand next to your bed and you can just open it up and write down things in it is a good way to do it and be reminded of it. So all you're going to do is write down 3 things. That's it. Put a little date at the top. 3 things that you're grateful for today. They don't have to be huge. It can be like a meaningful conversation. Maybe food to make a delicious meal. Maybe it's going to be God's provision in a challenging situation. I don't know what they are. It could be something simple. And maybe you're at a point in your life where it's very hard to be grateful for things. No shame whatsoever. Start out with practical things. Thank you for lights. Thank you for a warm bed to sleep in last night. Thank you for a warm hot shower this morning. And it might be simple like that, and that is okay. There is nothing wrong with those. Those are all things. We should all be grateful for those all the time. But you might have to start there if that's where you're at, and that's good. That's a great thing. You've started with 3 things. So take those few minutes and just sit down and write. Now you can be very simple. It's just writing your 3 things. That's fine, whatever you want to do. But maybe as you're writing, you're thinking of a scripture, something that's brought to mind. Jot that scripture down. There's a great scripture, Psalm 100 verse 4. It says, enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. Sometimes having those positive verses is a good reminder for the day. And sometimes a quick Google, maybe you don't know. So Google verses on gratitude. There's nothing wrong with that. There's good things on the internet and bad things. There's good things. Get that verse right underneath there and read through this. And now go back and revisit, especially on those challenging days. So tomorrow, you're going to take your journal, you're going to put it away with your pen. Put your pen in it. I'm going to put mine in my little nightstand here. Now, tomorrow, same time, when I come over here, I'm like, there's my journal. It's right under my Bible. I know I have to do that every day. Grab it so I can rewrite it. Now, I might be having a bad day and I don't want to write in my journal. I don't feel very encouraged. Okay, guess what? You've got this and you've got a record. I'm going to go back and read, wow, look what I'm thankful for. Look what I was grateful for these days. And go back. Sometimes just having that refresher, that reminder that, yeah, look at the good things that I have in my life is a great thing. It'll help boost that mood for your day. Doing this practice can help shift your mindset and improve your mood and get you more in line with the Lord. Okay, the third area we're going to work on is establishing healthy routines in our days. So for this month, we're going to focus on laying the foundation. Laying the foundation for everything to get started. So the first one you're going to do this week is focus on starting a morning routine. The beautiful thing about this is that you can implement all these things and try them out. See what works, what doesn't work. The drawers will be easy. You know specifically what you have to do. So that'll get, okay, drawer a day, 2 drawers a day. What do you have to do? The gratitude journal, just make it part of your day. Next to my bed, I'm going to write it out. When I go to sleep, write it out. Whenever it is. I don't know, whatever part of the day it is. And so the morning routine, you kind of incorporate that into as well. The morning routine will be something, it's not a whole morning. Like when you see videos, this is my morning routine, but sometimes it's from 5 a.m. until 12. I'm talking morning routine before you really start your day. That might be before your kids get up. That might be before you go to work. That might be just that little bit of couple hours you have, or maybe hour you have in the morning before you start on your major task for the day. So that's going to be your morning routine. And having something consistently done, like, getting up, brushing your teeth, going to the bathroom, getting dressed, all those things, that helps you get a routine rolling to help your days go better. Otherwise, you're getting up and you're running like crazy because I forgot this, I forgot that, I didn't, I forgot my wallet. I forgot my purse. You don't have that chaos in your life. You just want to have consistency. So having a routine will help set that up for success. Now, a morning routine doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have this, and this, but it just has to have a rough structure so you know what you have to do each morning. And the key is something that works for you. I used to be a nighttime person. I had little kids, and so in the mornings, they would nurse and I could fall back asleep for a few more minutes. So when they went to bed at night, that was my time to get anything done. So I stayed up for hours getting things done because I enjoyed it. I started blogging, doing those kind of things. So I would stay up late in the night doing projects, things in the home. That was my time to get things done. And then as I got sleep, because then I'd be up all night with babies. So I would just nurse the baby, they'd be laying with me. But then as the kids, stopped nursing, they got sleeping by themselves. That all happens. It does. It was like, okay, I can stay in bed till 7 every day, or I can get up earlier and start my day. And it really does pay to start and get up early to start your day. I know it's hard. My family is split. Some are morning people, some are evening people. I understand my evening people function way better at nighttime than my morning people. But I have found that the ones that do like to stay up later, the days they do get up early, it doesn't have to be 5 a.m., but the days they do get up early, they're like, wow, we have so much more time in my day. And I said, yes, you do have more time in your day when you do get up earlier to get things done. So if that's something you want to do, no stress if you do. Don't be sucked into these 5 a.m. morning routines if you don't want to be. Just set your timer earlier every day. It might be hard. Like the first week, if you're usually a 7 o'clock person, get up at 6:45 and do that for a few days until you can do it constantly. And then go to 6:30. And then keep going back 6:15 and then 6. It'll take some time. Everything takes time, but don't just do 5 a.m. right away because you're going to be tired that next day and you're going to crash. So slowly do that. But this is more about just having a routine, not so much your time. I'm just giving you an example of things that you can do and work on it. So first thing to do is wake up with purpose for your day. Working on ourselves emotionally, and looking forward to things every day helps you want to get up for your day. Otherwise, you don't want to get up. There's been many times that I just do not look forward to getting out of bed in the morning, and for good reason. And I'm sure a lot of you experience the same thing too. So having that expectancy that God has got a plan for your life and you're going to do something great, whatever that may be, maybe just sitting at home, maybe just going to work, that helps you change your mindset to be able to get out of bed and consistently do the same time every day. I really try to get up the same time on the weekends as I do during the week. Sometimes I sleep in a little bit longer, but I have found that if I sleep in for hours, by the time Monday rolls around, forget it. I'm so tired and I feel miserable. So set a set schedule. Usually ours is about 5 a.m. So then what I do is the weekends, sometimes I get up at 6. Sometimes I sleep till about 6:37. But I usually always try to keep that morning time the same so it's not difficult on my body to adjust. And then what can I recommend? To not go on your phone first time you wake up. It's very tempting to get up and start scrolling. I know, I understand. We live in it. I live in it. It's the same thing too. Just use it to shut your alarm off and to start your day. Hey, have a conversation with the Lord before you get out of bed. Before your feet even touch the ground, have a conversation with God before you get out of bed. That's a good way to start your day. So you're just going to wake up. Don't snooze. If you keep consistently pushing the snooze, you're always going to be late to it. So try to, as soon as that alarm goes off, get up. If you want to snooze for a little bit, set the alarm for later so you just get that uninterrupted sleep. So then set it. Okay, as soon as it goes off, shut it off and get up. You're going to start your routine. Now, for everybody, this is going to look different. For myself, I get up, I directly go into the bathroom. That is what I do. And I get in there and I get ready for my day. I get a shower, I brush my teeth, and I get dressed for the day. I was looking back at my books I wrote where I did a morning routine, and it was when I had little ones, and I recommended getting up and getting dressed, because when you get dressed for your day, you feel like so much better than just putting on a pair of pajamas. Now, there's pairs of pajamas I wore for a while when I had babies and in between, but I really found that if I just got up and got ready, I felt so much better for my day. So I encourage you to get dressed. I understand a lot of people just lounge around in their jammies all day, and I get that. You want to be comfort, but it's so much easier to fall into that want to just sit around and do nothing routine. So get up, get yourself ready, do your hair, do your little bit of makeup. I don't know. I just wear a little makeup, so I say do makeup, but I don't know if you do a whole lot of makeup. Just small, presentable, be presentable. Do your hair, get done, and then for myself, I usually clean up my mess in my bathroom, put my clothes in the dirty laundry before I leave. So this is all going to be different for everybody. My little routine is that way. It's like get up, go in there, take care of my stuff, and then when I leave the bathroom is left how it was before I entered, clean. So it's picked up. I usually walk out to my bedroom here. If there's any clothes on the floor, Greg sometimes leaves his clothes on the floor, I'll just grab it, pick it up, and then I go over and make my bed. I like that before I leave. So I go and make my bed. My bed is made before I even get up and do anything else. Those tasks are done, and I have a clean room, and I go out to the kitchen. Now, everybody's going to do differently. They recommended having a glass of water. Hydrate yourself, especially after a long night's sleep. So get yourself a glass of water and drink a glass of water. If that's not your thing, then just start with your cup of coffee. Greg usually has our pot of coffee rolling in the morning, so I usually go out and get my cup of coffee, and then I come back and I sit down and I take a few minutes with the Lord. And this is where I'll take and read my Bible, go through and see what the Lord is speaking to me. And then I also take some time sometimes I'll journal, reflect. Maybe that's the time you'll do your gratitude journal. And then I also will take my time for prayer with the Lord. And so taking my time specifically to set aside for prayer and spend that time with God. And that's when I usually ask, what's my day going to look like? What am I going to do for the day? I usually go out to my kitchen after this and I grab my little to-do list that I brought down from upstairs the night before, or my little planner, and I open it up and I look and see, okay, what is the plans that I have today to do? What are the things that I have to accomplish today? Give myself a mental list of what needs to be done for the day. And then I know what I have to start with. Some days may look different for you than they do for me, but at this point in my days, if I've got about 15 extra minutes, I will take a quick walk, and I'll go take a quick walk to get myself like moving and ready for my day, energized. It just has helped me. And I do that through the winter here. If it was hot summer, I probably wouldn't do it because it'd be too warm in Florida, but just to get moving. So you can do some light stretches in your home as well. Then I come back and I'm like ready to start for whatever my day is going to be. For myself, those are the basic things that I need to start my morning for the day. So it's just simple and easy. Yours is going to look different. After all, I do all of that. Usually I go out to my kitchen and I start cleaning up my kitchen so I can start my day in my kitchen. Usually it's not too bad, but I will tidy up my kitchen a little bit and get that rolling for my day. And then depending on the day, what we're doing, I either start a dinner or I start getting school for the kids, or have to run somebody to work. Just depends on what the day is. So that's what your goal is going to be, is setting up a morning routine. And it's just simple, and it might be a little bit less than mine, might be a little bit more than mine, but it's not so much all the cleaning tasks and all the big jobs you're doing, but it's just whatever you have to do to kind of get things started and rolling for your day before your household wakes up, before you have to leave for work. You might have to throw a few more things in there. You might have to get your dog and stuff taken care of before there. Maxine's still sleeping, so I don't have to worry about that. But it's all those little tasks to get accomplished that you just routinely do no matter what. So every day, you get a shower. There's not too many days where I get up and just put my pajamas on and then just go sit. No, not often, not very often. I usually always get ready and get my day rolling. So whatever that routine is for you, you're going to stick with it and then keep it consistently every single day. Start working on it. The next day, do it again, then go, okay, that's not going to work for me. Reading my Bible doesn't work at that time. Maybe you need breakfast in there. Maybe you're going to make breakfast and then sit and read your Bible. I don't know, whatever your situation it is for your day, you're going to kind of work that out. Write it out on a piece of paper. Sometimes that helps. So you kind of know what you have to do. If you're a list person, stick it in your bathroom or wherever you're going to be at most of the time so you can kind of work through. So establishing a morning routine, that is going to help lay a foundation for peacefulness in your days. So I hope today's video has been informative and encouraging and makes you want to like, okay, I'm all in, Amy, I'm all in to do it. So this week for your home, we're focusing on kitchen this month, remember? So this week is going to be all your drawers. So take all your drawers, divide it up a number of days that you're going to do this, and focus on getting that many drawers done a day. By the end of the week, you're going to have your drawers done. It's going to be exciting. And then for your emotional wellness, we are going to work on gratitude and reflection. So this week, you're going to start your gratitude journal. Just focus on 3 things. Write down 3 things. That doesn't take very long, about 5 minutes of your day. Sit down, write down a few things to be thankful for. Do it every single day. And then you might miss a day, you might forget, but just kind of put it, maybe implement it into that morning routine that you're going to start as well, and you'll have it done. That'll be a nice thing to be reflective upon, help you look at your days a whole lot better, change that outlook a little bit. Gratitude changes a whole lot of things in your days. Doesn't change your circumstances, but it changes your perspective of the way you look at things. And then the third area, the healthy routine. We are working at laying the foundation, and that is your morning routine. So you're going to focus on trying to get your morning routine right. Figure out what time you want to wake up every day. Set your alarm, wake up first time. Then start whatever it's going to be for you and your home. You've got to only base it on your life. What your circumstances are, I don't know, but you're going to have some kind of routine with set things that you do every single day, no matter what. That's going to help you have consistency and a stability in your days, because you know that every day that's what you're looking forward to. So I hope you enjoyed the first video in our series for an organized home and balanced life. No new year, new you. We're not going to do that. We're going to do an organized home and a balanced life. That's what we want to have. We want to have an organized home, balanced life, where inside you're feeling good, where your routines and what you do, your habits for the day are feeling good, and then your home is looking good as well too. So, all right, come back next week. We're going to have week 2 of this. So continue onward with all 3 of those areas this week. And by next week, you're going to be like, wow, I got a whole lot of good things going on. So, all right, you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.